Guys, listen. Linda, Bob, listen. This
Linda.
episode, I think we're gonna be spoiling some things.
Yeah, so if you have not seen Legendary or Drag Race Canada or Passion of the Christ, please stop listening right now. I don't want to ruin it, but at the end, he doesn't make it. He doesn't make it. So this is your warning. Ooh, get the girls are back in town. Wow, wow.
Wait, is the video rolling as well?
Yes, honey, video's rolling. Mama, sound is rolling. I'm in a very silly and great mood today.
You're being very nice. This is very strange.
I miss you, and you look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I like your little outfit. What is it? Can you give me a little twirl?
Yeah, it's just a dress. I wear it around the house a lot. I wear it in the street sometimes if I put on leggings or like a jacket with it, but it's a little hot for all that.
April 24th is the perfect day. You just put on a light jacket.
Yeah, you don't need leggings or anything. Oh my goodness, you did it! Show me your hands. Hands up.
Yeah.
Put them to the camera. Well, you better hurry up before everything gets shut back down again. How is life with this? How is life with this?
I love having acrylics. I feel like a motherfucking woman. I feel so sheen and fierce. I love having acrylics.
You don't find it just inhibiting?
No, because I did it so much at this point. The first time I did it, it was very inhibiting. It was I was like, after about a week and a half, I went to get it taken off. But now I've adjusted.
Well, girl, one time, me and Jacob went to the HRC gala, something like it was Glad, whatever. But
I can't believe you took Jacob instead of me.
Oh my god! Anyway, so Jacob was like, "I want to wear nails," and then we sat down. We put these nails on Jacob. Girl, I don't think we made it to the car. Jacob was like. He was like trying to, when you reach into your bag and you come back with one nail on and then your nails are all in the bag. You go to pull your shoes on, your nails pop off. You go to touch anything, your nails just fall. And then you're using your phone like this. I was like, girl, this too much.
Well, the evolution of nails has been very interesting. So when you left to go do season 8, like many New York queens, we weren't nail-wearing girls. You were the girl,
No.
you would paint your nails either a dark blue or a black. So more likely than not, it was a black. And you would be, you look at any picture of Bob the Drag Queen before 2017, it is his big old stubby man hands with chipped black nail polish in every single picture.
Except in pictures from Monday, because I painted my nails every Monday, and then by Tuesday they were chipped Magoo. So by the time we got to Look Queen, it was just a wisp of a nail. There was more chip than there was nail. And then on Monday again, I would paint my nails.
So you say that every gig except Monday was a shitty gig?
No. And then one time I got called into the office at Jekyll and Hyde, the restaurant I used to work at, and the manager's like, "We need to talk about you painting your nails." And I was like, I'm about to go off. You cannot tell me how to express myself. I am queer. I am black. And he was like, we don't mind you painting your nails, but they're chipped. He was like, this too much.
Every black school has a kid named Chippy. Did you have a kid named Chippy in your school that had a chipped tooth?
Monet, are you joking? I was Chippy. Monet, do you not know this about me? This is a fake tooth. I had a chipped tooth
fake.
From 3rd grade until 10th grade. I was Chippy and I was Blackie.
Wait, okay, you had a chipped tooth from 3rd to 10th grade? That's 7 years.
So I chipped my tooth and then I went and got it fixed, but my teeth weren't done growing. And then I chipped my tooth again in 5th grade. So I chipped in 3rd grade, got it fixed, chipped again in 5th grade. So from 5th to 10th grade, it was chipped. Half a tooth. Chippy. I was Chippy, bitch.
You were Chippy. Oh my god. Well, I had a similar true story. And so when I was young, I was went to a park or a Central Park or something with my aunt and my grandmother, and I fell. Long story short, I fell and I busted my face on the ice, and this tooth I like killed it for some reason. So like
Oh, and it turned
so
brown.
I'm like. Yeah, it turned brown. So all my other teeth were falling out. Like all my baby teeth were falling out. But this one was like, no, bitch, I'm here. They're like, no, girl, I'm not going nowhere. I pay rent in this motherfucker.
It was like,
I
I'm
ain't going nowhere.
gonna take a deep breath. Gonna hold my head up. Gonna put your tooth was like, and I'm here.
So in fifth grade, I went to the dentist and they knocked it out. And then they had to cut my gum and put braces on my teeth to forcibly pull the tooth down, and that's how it finally came down. But fifth grade and half of sixth grade, I had a busted ass grill, but I was never chippy. We had a kid, literally both of his front teeth were gone, and he was chippy.
Yeah, I was chippy. I cannot believe you just called me out. Wow, shots fired. Shots.
If there are any fans listening, and you were chippy, please comment below. I want to identify all of our sibling chippies in the house.
Also, if you were blackie, if you were also, did you have a blackie?
Of course we had a blackie.
I was blackie and I was chippy at different schools though. At different schools, I was different names. Yeah, I went to a lot of schools growing up. So yeah, I went to 3 or 4 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, and 1 high school.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Dang. So when you change schools so often, do you think that that's where like your funny comes from, because you're always a new kid, so you're always trying to make people feel like you like to be like really at ease with you? Do you think that that's where you started making jokes?
No, I think my humor comes from pain, and I'm being serious. I think it comes from like depression and sadness, and finding a way to cope with that and make myself laugh. But I do remember moving to Atlanta in 7th grade and making a conscious decision to be the class clown. I was like, I am making a choice. I will be the funny one. And I remember like cracking my whole class up, and they were just going, but they were loving it. They were loving my material. And then I got in trouble.
Not material.
Like, my material, a tight 10. I'm always tight for a 10. And it was too much. It was too much. And then I got in trouble, and I was like, I'm not that girl. I can't be getting in trouble. I'm a good kid.
Now you doing a full fucking stand-up set in the middle.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you all for coming out to Miss Langston's class. All right. What's up with language arts? Is it art? Is it language? Enough about language arts. We have math in the house. Algebra 1 is here today, ladies and gentlemen. Like Justin said, I don't know much about algebra.
Yuki kid, I feel like that literally was you. I used to get into trouble for talking in class a lot. Like they would call my house at least like once every 2 weeks. Oh, no, okay, I'm being excessive. Like once a month, but like that's a lot considering that you're in school for about 9 months. Bitch, by the 5th call, I would be so fucking scared to go home because I knew that my grandmother was going to fucking destroy me, and I was always talking. It was always Kamika. Kamika used to get me in trouble. There's one time while we were sitting in Spanish class, and there was literally a poster of an apple on the wall, and we were just, laughing so hard I was crying. I could not breathe. At a picture of a fucking apple. We called it because my mom the year before bought me. And do you remember Applebot? Did you have an Applebot?
No.
It was just like a robotic apple that like said things and it saved money, whatever it was, and
like
the apple
made by
like,
Mac, or was it an actual apple? Like it was like an apple.
No, it was like an actual like robot apple looking thing. And it just reminded me and Kamika of it. And we were laughing, and I got in so much trouble. And then I knew when they called my house, I was like, I would delay going home as much as possible. But obviously, it's inevitable. And then, girl, I would just get destroyed.
Well, I would get in trouble. My mom, Miss McClendon, my algebra teacher, when she didn't like what I was doing, she would call my mom, and that it was curtains when Miss McClendon called my mom. And my mom was like, you better not say nothing in class. And I was like, all right, if I won't say nothing. And when I say nothing, bitch, when she would call and roll, I didn't say here. I was like,
Of course, but you know what? Sorry, Colleen's being a mess. Your niece is being a mess. But you know, it's always. But again, that's why we make such great entertainers, because we just had so much to say, and we were like fucking socialites, and that's just how it fucking goes.
Yeah, I've always been a class clown. That is not new to me. I'm just a good time gal who loves to make people laugh. I like to use my gifts, but sometimes when I needed all of my report cards throughout elementary school said he's a great student, but he just won't stop talking.
Girl. And but I was also like a good test taker, so like I would like get in trouble for talking and stuff. But bitch, when I brought the test home, mama, it was still a motherfucking A plus, 98%. So what's good? Yeah, I'm talking, but I'm still learning the fucking material. And
also, at any point, my roommate may come home. I mean, you all may realize this is not my normal setup. I usually am in the basement in New York City, but I'm in LA right now. So at any point, Zach might walk in.
Can we text him and ask him to please come in nude?
Do you know Zach?
No, you tried to introduce me the other day, but that was a fail.
I mean, Zach's just if you like blonde otters, you'd be really into Zach.
Maybe. Oh, really quick. So when I went to get my nails done, Jenny Bowie, who Gia Gunn impersonated on All Stars 4 as the nail tech, Cardi B's nail tech. Bob and I met Jenny Bowie years ago. We were just at Bob's old apartment on Amsterdam Avenue, and one of us was scrolling through Instagram. I think it was you, and you were like, "Girl, look at these nails." And I was like, "Oh my god, these are so fierce." And then,
what happened was I can't remember if I had already gotten one. No, I went by and talked to her and was like, I'm gonna come by one day and get some nails. And she was like, okay. And then she kept like hitting me up over and over and over again. I was like, one day, let's just go do it together. But we dropped off nails. We dropped off some nails and came back. And she kept being like, I'm Cardi B's nail tech. And we kept being, I remember I was like, who's Cardi B?
Okay.
And you were like, that girl. You were like, I think she's that girl on Love and Hip Hop, the one that's a stripper. And I was like, I don't know, girl. I don't watch Love and Hip Hop. I just want some nails.
And cut to she was Jenny Bowie. So she took both of our numbers. And actually, Mitch was there. Mitch, who was recording the video for this, Mitch picked you up from there because you went to Mitch's house to do something else after that. Anyway, and then so I text her and I was like, hey, Jenny, like, are you doing nails? She's like, yeah, today's the first day. Come by. I went to her thing and she's like, oh my God, Bob, it's so good to see you. I was like, Jenny, I'm not fucking Bob, Jenny. I am not Bob. She's like, you're not Bob? I said, no. I was like, I'm not. This is like the third time. When I called her because when Gia impersonated her and I did my expose for All Stars 4, I called Jenny and I did an interview with Jenny and Jenny was like, yeah, Gia is shit. I haven't watched you impersonate me. I was like,
did she call you Bob then too? Did she call you Bob on this? She was like, Bob, why are you doing a show called The Exchange Rate? That doesn't even make sense with your name.
But yeah, Jenny was great, and she was really good, and she gave me a really dope hookup. And so when Bob first got his acrylics done, you were. First of all, so if any of the nailies out there, y'all know acrylics are hardcore. They are hard duty. Bob was snapping the fucking nails off like they were fucking corn chips, bitch.
They're like Pringles. Once you pop, the fun don't stop.
I was like, how are you just snapping these nails? Literally every day you had to replace a nail.
Well, I remember how a few of them came off. One of them came off because I went to go put on my shoe. And you put your finger in the back of the shoe to pull it up? I went to go pull it up and then it just snapped right off. I remember one of them snapped off when I was putting my wig on and I put my wig, I caught under the bands and that snapped off. I broke them just like rushing up against the wall. At one point I had 3 broken nails. And I was going to get 3 of them fixed and I was like, I can't live like this. This too much. So then at that point I was like, Well, I have a question. Before we take our break, when we get back, should we talk about what it's like to critique Drag Race girls as a Drag Race girl?
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about why you fucking hate Blair St. Clair. That's what I want to know.
I'm like, you and Raja, I do not hate, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it because I want to know.
Okay, so we're back. Listen, first of all, I want to say this. I went to Bianca's place in Palm Springs.
I know you had her dog.
A mansion. No, it's not a mansion, but it's really nice.
Oh yeah, listen. That's why you and I are buying our houses this year because we both had a realization like, why the fuck are we paying rent? We can literally have homes with multiple bedrooms and garages and basements and pools instead of paying fucking New York City rent.
No, but this really confirmed. Like going to visit Bianca about 2 hours outside of Los Angeles really confirmed for me that I need to purchase a home. It was 2 hours out. She has this like library. She has 2 bedrooms. Bitch, her bedroom is like a hotel attached to the house. She has a closet. Like a room is a closet. She has a workspace with like a private bathroom in it. She has this garage. She has a pool. She has a jacuzzi. It was great. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Like I'm getting my house this year, but I'm very sad because we're getting our houses in different states, and that really breaks my heart.
Yeah, ain't nobody going to Oregon. You and Jinx.
Bob, first of all, you are such a fucking flip flopper.
I
ago.
like Oregon. I love Oregon and Austin are 2 of my favorite cities to go to, and I did consider moving to Oregon. At one point, Portland was on my list, but I've given it some consideration, and now I'm back down to 2 places. I really love the New York City area, so I'm gonna go cross the water to Jersey, or I'm going to go to Atlanta.
As a native New Yorker, I would never buy a fucking property in Jersey. Like, ew.
Well, Alicia Keys has a place in Jersey. When I did the Pride Gig with Alicia Keys, she was like, I live in New York, and I said, where you live in New York? And she goes, I live in Jersey. I live in New York.
Well, because the thing, because I do so on Sunday mornings.
Whoopi Goldberg has a place in Jersey. Beyonce has a place in Jersey.
Beyonce's not from fucking New York. Jay-Z is.
Well, Jay-Z lived there too, and the kids.
No, Jay-Z does not. No, see, that's how much you don't know Beyonce. Jay-Z does not live at that house. It is literally only for Beyonce.
Jay-Z, I'm sure he's allowed over.
No, he's not. He won't do it because he's a New Yorker. So Bob, don't try to skirt the real issues. Why do you hate Blair? You've been so mean to Blair, Bob.
No. There is a rumor on the pit stop that I hate Blair St. Clair. It is not true. I just was giving my opinions of everything. And I think also there's this other narrative because the judges don't really critique Blair. So if I give a critique that is different than what the judges would give, then everyone's like, you hate Blair. And if I'm like, well, I just didn't think that her Snatch Game was very funny. I thought that those jokes did not work. And then also people are like, Bob is being too nice to Cracker. Meanwhile, on the show, I was fully like, Lady Gaga, I was like, her Lady Gaga was not good. She looks like Gaga, but is just saying lines, just saying things that Gaga would say at some point. And everyone's like, you just love Cracker. And I was like, no, I didn't praise her Snatch Game. Whenever Cracker didn't do a good job, I was like, girl, this was not your best work. And when she does do a good job, I say she was great. And I feel like I do that with all the contestants.
She's sidestepping, Your Honor. She's sidestepping.
No, that is not. How is that sidestepping? I don't think I'm sidestepping. I don't particularly think that Blair did a good job or had a good showing on All Stars 5, and I voiced that opinion.
Even runways? Bob, okay, her red tuxedo, her prom runway, you and Jinx were like, that's ugly. It was, like, I can say, like, it's not for you, but saying it was not a good look is just crazy. It was a good look.
To you. No,
oh, my God.
To you. I'm obsessed with that meme. To you. I feel like I didn't like it. I just didn't like the look. I felt like she was walking in it kind of funny. Also, I didn't think it was the worst runway because when Jinx said it was the worst, I was like, did you forget what India Farah had on? So I didn't say, yeah, you're right, it's the worst look. I just said, well, I don't think that was the worst look. I said I didn't like that look.
Also, people kill me with that look runway specifically. They was like, yeah, India just wasn't very runway. I mean, India just wasn't very prom. I was like, yeah, you think fucking Shea Coulee's outfit was prom? You think that? Like, whoa. Wait, Shea Coulee looked amazing. It was one of my favorite looks from the season.
No, let me say, okay, her look had an obvious nod to prom because it was a Carrie.
I get it.
So there is a prom element to what she had did. So it did have a prom element to it.
But also, any gown can be prom. Any gown can be prom.
It wasn't about the gown. It was about the bucket.
I know. But India's example, somebody probably would in 2020. I'm sure someone has worn something similar to prom.
Okay,
I am sure.
Well, based on the fact that you could wear anything to prom, you're opening up to be like, well, then everything's prom. What I was saying was I didn't think India's look was good for the category. I don't think the look was good in general, to be honest, but especially not for this particular category. I didn't like it. So my favorites were Jujubee and Cracker, and I think Jujubee had the best look that day.
This is true.
It also reminded me. It reminded me of that dress I used to have, that little ruffle off the shoulder dress with that hug
that
right
is one
at the
of
thigh.
the most hideous fucking things, aside from your season 8 finale look, that you have ever worn.
We need to someone take note of the time stamp right now. This is at 21 minutes. Put up a picture of me in this dress, and you all can weigh in on this dress. I'm gonna find that dress. I'm gonna put on my funfetti wig, and I'm gonna do sibling rivalry.
But you know what? Also, I think that because of not necessarily just because of Drag Race, but I think we're at a time that people are really trying to turn looks. Look at fucking Legendary. The wardrobe and the costuming in Legendary to me is fucking legendary. Like Megan Thee Stallion be turning the party.
Most of the time, the best look she did was the Little Red look.
Yes, Little Red. That I am wearing that. It was so good. La Roche.
Wait, whoa,
honestly, I feel like he
stop,
it in.
freeze, whoa, baby, whoa, baby, whoa.
What?
Are we gonna talk about
no. You have to do the shade. What?
No, I was doing Shangela. Whenever Shangela finished, she goes, whoa, baby, whoa. We need to talk about the fact that you fully trashed Blair on your show. And you were like, I didn't like Blair this and Blair that.
I trashed Blair.
So why do you hate Blair?
I trashed Blair.
Why do you hate Blair?
Don't try to flip it on me, Mama. The fans know I don't hate Blair. I trash Blair when I think she didn't do a good job. But there are some times where she objectively does a great job, and you're like in terms of looks, and you're like, that was shit, and she should burn it in hell. I'm like, calm down.
Never said that. If you think Blair is objectively doing a good job, why has she not won any challenges? If she has objectively done a good job,
I said looks. I didn't say in challenge. I said in looks.
So
for example, the camouflage look. The camouflage look, like y'all was saying, it wasn't camouflage. I'm like, she's a fucking tree.
But also, the judges were also like, "Mama, no." Like it wasn't just me and who was it, Alaska that week? I can't remember. It wasn't just me and the guests. Even the judges were like, I don't know, girl. I don't think this is the ticket. Like I wasn't on Lonely Island with my crazy cuckoo opinions.
That is my favorite thing you said on season 8. Am I on Lonely Island right now, or am I living on Staten Island? Hello.
No. I said, am I in Manhattan or am I on Staten Island? I said, am I crazy? Am I in Manhattan or am I living in Staten Island? I don't think anyone remember that.
But back to Legendary, La Roche. I feel like he phones in the looks. Like I feel like everyone is like doing like costumes, and La Roche is trying to like play it cool and wear like a Gucci suit instead of just doing the fucking theme.
No, yeah. Well, La Roche did come out with an outfit that looked kind of like the Riddler on that one episode, but instead of question marks, it was money signs.
I don't remember.
Oh, my roommate's home. You want to say hi to Zach?
Hi, Zach.
Well, come close, Zach. This is my video podcast.
Who are we talking to?
This is Monet Exchange.
Monet.
Here, put one of these in for 1 second. Special guest, Zach Noe. You guys stand right behind me because we're in like little squares. Zach is a wonderful comedian based here in Los Angeles.
True.
I just said 3 things. Wonderful comedian, lives in Los Angeles. There was 2 truths and a lie.
Hey.
And let's just say we're in LA.
Will you miss this one?
Oh my God.
Do you mind?
Hate crime. Someone call the police.
Okay. Anyway, I think that okay. Let's talk about Law.
Let's talk about Law.
Is Law annoying?
At the beginning I thought Law was annoying, but he's definitely grown on me as a judge in Legendary.
I think what's driving me a little bit crazy that Law is doing this thing where it feels like he's trying to get catchphrases popping. And the one that drives me the crazy, I'm like, Mom, we're not going to start saying that when he's like, you did what needed to be done.
Right. I'm like, that's just too long for a catchphrase.
And he goes, and I'll say it again. You did what needed. I'm like, can we cut a commercial? Like, I can't with you. And then, girl, and when he tried to get cute and Laomi put
Laomi got him too.
In
bitch.
his place.
She gathered him like
by the way,
a motherfucking ponytail.
If you've not watched Legendary, then spoiler alert for me. This is your warning. But girl, Law was trying to say, I just wasn't excited. Also, I will say this, Laomi is making some bold claims. I don't know how true all of these claims are. She's like, Bazaar came from ballroom. I was like, I don't know if that is.
Wait, what she say? The what came from ballroom?
Bazaar came from ballroom. I was like, I don't know if that's 100% true. But I appreciate the sentiment. I think that a lot of what happens in the fashion world comes from ballroom, but also ballroom also pulls from fashion as well. Everyone knows that Vogue is based off the magazines.
It's a very symbiotic relationship. I will say this also. I have to say, when I first started watching from the very first episode, and they brought Jamil out and Megan Thee Stallion, I was like, why the fuck are these bitches here? And then I had Laomi and Deshawn on Exchanger, and they were saying like, she's like, I'm happy that they did, but she's like, because the truth of the matter is, the hip hop community is one of the most homophobic, transphobic groups out there. But she's like, the fact, she's like to have someone like Megan Thee Stallion as a judge on our show, that speaks volumes, and it is really, really, really important. For that, I was like, you know what? I did not think about it that way. I was being up in my queer feelings, and I was like, fuck these bitches, but it makes sense.
You know what did tickle me? Chance the Rapper's brother. They're like, and this is, I was like, that nigga look like Chance the Rapper.
He was so cute. He was so cute.
I was thinking, he was like, I've never seen anything like this. This is so cool. I've never seen anything like this. And I was like, I don't know that you are remotely qualified. Kelly Osbourne was more qualified to be giving advice than Chance the Rapper's brother.
Bitch, fucking Vanessa Hudgens. She's really into Vogue right now. She'd have loved being a judge on this show.
Oh my god, not really into. Do you remember who was that lady that said, "Juju B, you give good mouth"?
Rosie Perez. Hello,
Rosie Perez. I would say Rosario Dawson, but I knew it was the wrong person.
Wow, Bob. Not all Latinx people are the same. Anyway,
I'm surprised you said Latinx and not something offensive.
What fucking Electra from Poses on this? She was the most.
Dominique Jackson. I am ballroom. I was like, oh my god, Mama, this is not Pose. We are trying to have fun. We just trying to have fun. She was literally
doing. That's why I said Electra, not Dominique, because she was fully in Electra. She was like she was in her character. I was like, calm down, Mary.
The gaggiest moment of all. Okay, I haven't seen the last 2 episodes. By the way, if you want to talk about the win, that's fine. I don't know who won yet. But the gaggiest moment. Do what? You can say it. Yeah, who won?
The House of Balmain, which I like Balmain, but I'm sorry, I feel like Len Ven deserved to win. I feel like Len Ven should have been the winners.
Won over Erica?
Yes, and it's wrong. Len Ven should have won. In my personal opinion.
I need to watch. I didn't see the last 2 episodes, so I don't know what all transpired. But what I do know is this: that moment where like that supervillain girl, I don't know her name.
Get over here!
She was she was runwaying against Michaela, and then Michaela thought it'd be real cute to try to throw her cape in her face, and she said, "Oh, bitch." When she grabbed she literally gathered her cape, and then Michaela just stopped walking for a second. You can see in her eyes, she was like, I just fucked up. She snatched that big bag. She was like, ooh. And then she was like, I just got embarrassed. Bitch, I just got embarrassed the house down.
Down, girl. It was everything.
Her name is Lolita Leopard. That was one of the gaggiest moments. Also from that same night, when Erica was modeling against she was runwaying against Champ from the House of Saint Laurent, and then he tried to put the umbrella in front of her, and she was like, "Bitch, not on this
she
day.
Took it.
Not on this trans day. Not on my watch will you put an umbrella in front of me." Not on my watch.
Okay. Can we also talk about Michaela? Okay, anytime Michaela has to save the group, she literally becomes the Tasmanian devil. Bitch, she is twirling. She's running up walls. She is backflipping. She is the exorcist of fucking Legendary Girl. It is crazy. Did you see
She's
her
also
walking up the wall?
Which one? Was it one of the last 2 episodes?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember when it happened. Yeah,
I didn't see it. It was last episode.
Bob, wait till you see that shit. That shit is fucking. It's one of the craziest things I've ever seen. I was gagged.
Yeah, she's wild. This show is so good. I was really obsessed with it. This, by the way, I know y'all think because I'm on HBO, I am out here. This is a paid. I am not. This is just a
Bob. Don't stop lying, guys. Legendary is paying us to do this. Bob, you don't.
Okay, that is not.
Don't lie to the fans.
First of all, it is illegal to not promote an
kidding.
ad. So don't. Everyone to know that before we get sued or some shit. This is not a paid advertisement. This is just because I really, really love the show Legendary, and you all have to get into it. It is amazing. Also, did you realize that on HBO Max as well? I showed you at your place. There is Elmo has a late night show.
Oh yeah, Elmo does have a late night show. And honestly, you showed me that Lil Nas X episode. It's kind of cute. I'm kind of into it.
Well, do you think Lil Nas X is hot?
I do think he's hot. I can't tell how tall he is though.
Well, you can Google it. That you can do. I feel like Lil Nas X doesn't have any gay friends. I feel like I don't never see Lil Nas X with no queers.
I mean, yeah, that is. I mean, because bitch, the tea is Lizzo carries her tribe with her wherever she goes. I'm like, Lil Nas X should walk with a crew of queer people, but maybe he doesn't.
A bunch of queens down at the fucking voguing the old way.
She's always
not voguing the old way.
Oh my God! Okay? So Jacob just told us that Lil Nas X is 6'2", so you and Lil Nas X are the same height.
Lil Nas X is 1 inch taller than Malia Obama.
Oh my God! Stop talking about that girl height.
Why? It's public knowledge. Malia Obama 6'1". Malia Obama would dunk on Duncan.
Have you been watching Drag Race Canada?
I watched the first episode. I have not watched the second episode yet.
Same.
Everyone's obsessed with Jimbo. Even Nick, who did not like Jimbo at first.
I like Jimbo as well.
Well, I need to get back into it because at first I was like, this voice and this like, oh my God, I can't get. I was like, I don't know if I'm into this. So I have to go back and watch it again and see if I'm on the Jimbo train. But at first I was like, Miss Mary, it's a no for me. But maybe Jimbo's turning the party.
So going into Drag Race Canada, the queens I knew were Scarlett Bobo from her coming to the city and like doing your show. That's the first time I ever met her. Remember when she did that really cute Harley Quinn number?
Yeah, I love Scarlett Bobo.
Yeah, Scarlett Bobo. I knew Tainomi Banks. I knew Priyanka. And apparently Patty said we worked with Juicebox at some point. I don't remember that. But I was so triggered by the fans being like Juicebox was robbed. I'm like, no, the fuck, she was. Oh,
not. She was the one that went home first. Spoiler alert. Yes. Sorry.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert.
This episode is called the one with the spoiler alerts. Oh, Lemon. Yeah, I know Lemon from New York City.
No, I don't. I don't. I have never met Lemon a day in my life.
Yeah, but here's the tea. I've met Lemon. We're not buddies, but I know who Lemon is. I feel like you know what's weird about Canada Drag Race to me? They are trying to make it very clear that Brooklyn is not the RuPaul of Canada's Drag Race. Yeah. They are like, she does not get to work the runway by herself. She does not get to walk into the workroom by herself. And also, I think it's kind of weird that they have the guest judges saying, like, giving the rundown.
I think that, but honestly, I think that that's their way of making it as fair as possible. Because if they made one of them do it, then you'd see them as the RuPaul. If
but it should be Brooklyn.
Well, apparently they don't think so.
Dude, what do you think? What do you think?
Well, to wield that power to be the RuPaul, no, I don't think it should be Brooklyn. Like, RuPaul has done a lot to earn that spot, and I don't think it's just for them to be like, yeah, since you're the first Canadian drag race queen. Oh, Colleen, no! since you're the first Canadian Drag Race queen, then you should know. I don't think that's right. I also like to point out that
Brooklyn Heights is not just the first Canadian Drag Race queen. She is a former Miss Continental. She's done a lot of stuff. She's not just some random girl who ended up on RuPaul's Drag Race and just happened to be Canadian. Like, you really diminish her whole essence down to just
you are making up a thing. First of all, I was
you literally said just the first Canadian Drag Race. That's verbatim what you just said.
Okay, I was literally in my thing and you cut me off. You like, well, let me say this. So I wasn't even finishing what I was saying.
Oh, Brooklyn, what were you gonna say?
I feel like Brooklyn is obviously
no. Go back to the part where we said just the first Canadian.
Well, you fucked up my entire train of thought. So excuse me if I can't just hop back in where you want me to.
Not professional.
I would say, oh my God, professional these motherfucking nuts. Oh, did I hit that?
And there she is. The professional popped out. Ladies and gentlemen.
Brooklyn, obviously, I think Brooklyn is, if not the most, like one of the most talented queens of season 12, and in Drag Race in general. Like, Brooklyn is super, super, super talented. For years, she performed. But by the way, did she start in Canada and she came to the States, or she started drag when she was here?
Yeah, she started drag in Canada, and then she got a work visa, Alien of Extraordinary Talent. She was sponsored by Play, and she moved to Tennessee.
Work. So Brooklyn is a very, very, very talented queen, but I just feel like the gravitas of like RuPaul, which is probably what they're comparing it to as for a host, which is why I think they have one of the guest judges doing it, so it makes it feel more fair.
Well, considering that Brooklyn is in her 30s and RuPaul is 60 years old, it would be very hard for Brooklyn to achieve all the things that RuPaul has achieved. However, that being said, I think out of Canadians, Brooklyn is the most qualified to be hosting RuPaul's Drag Race. I can't think of a Canadian more qualified
100%. I agree.
To host. So that's why I think she should be hosting the show, personally. I mean, and the other two judges, that those two people, the actor and the model, I'm sure they have a lot of great stuff going on, but they don't know more about drag than Brooklyn Heights does.
Oh, I agree with that.
And I think combined, they don't know more about drag than... If you combine all their drag knowledge together and roll it up into one, Brooklyn will still know more than they do. That's why I think that Brooklyn... And I also think it would give Brooklyn the gravitas that she needs to have a platform there, because, like, quite frankly, those girls are a little too familiar with Brooklyn. Not what's the name? Not what Kind said, I forgive you. Bitch.
And then also not.
Who would say that to RuPaul? Who would say that to RuPaul? Who?
Pearl.
Oh, there you go.
But also not literally. And again, that's like another thing. Like, the girls are super familiar with Brooklyn. Tynomi is literally wearing Tynomi's workroom entrance costume is literally one of Brooklyn's old costumes. So that's why having her as like the head judge may feel biased. Like, there are factors I think that they're thinking about that it wouldn't work for her to be the host. Bitch, no one is walking into the workroom wearing an old RuPaul wig or an old RuPaul shoe or old RuPaul fingernail, or none of us have ever achieved close proximity friendship to RuPaul, whereas some of these girls have personally worked under Brooklyn or worked with Brooklyn, so that doesn't work.
No, that's not true. Because RuPaul did do like this, you know, when you bite your lip, and then you go, and then she spit it out, and then I picked it up and I put it behind my ear for good luck. So some of us do have RuPaul's old stuff.
But that being said, yeah, the whole juice box. Do you think Juice Box was robbed? I mean, like, it wasn't just like a fan thing. It was like Drag Race girls were like, Juice Box was robbed. I was like, no, she was not.
Well, robbed where? Like, robbed in the lip sync, or robbed like she shouldn't have been in the bottom?
Robbed in the lip sync. They're saying that her lip sync was fiercer than Lemon, which it just was not.
Lemon did better than she did. I agree, Lemon did better. And I will say this though, what's the name? Starsha, her coat that poncho bubble coat that she made.
I love that.
I will say
bitch, I wanted one. I'm like, can she make me one?
The wig. I didn't like the wig she had on though, but her outfit was the most impressive thing on that runway. And the girl who won, what's her name again?
I am okay.
What?
It should have been the bubble coat girl, Sasha, or it should have been the Scarecrow girl. I loved her look. Like she, the black girl that like she had like the headpiece with like the straw and the hay and the picnic cloth. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
that girl that
Starch did a
won.
great
I was
job.
like,
And I like Boa. Boa's like really funny, but I was like, the top with these little potato titties? No.
The girl, them titties. I was like, oh no, ma'am. Jasmine Rice.
They
did
were.
not have
I
it.
mean, boobs come in all shapes and sizes, but these titties were like pointing out like loaves of bread. I was like, it's a no for me. But I do think that they really, and the girl who won, they were like, this is so intricate. She's wearing a sack. So Rita Baga won the first episode, and I was just shocked. I thought that her dress was like really simple, and they were like, it's so intricate and detailed, and I was like,
yeah. Another Drag Race franchise, which, by the way, you heard allegedly. I don't know if this is true. Allegedly, there are 7 more franchises of Drag Race coming out around the world.
Well, I always say once they do Potomac, that's when it's too far. You know all those Real Housewives. They were like Real Housewives Atlanta. So they were like Real Housewives Potomac. I was like, all right, I'm out. All right, this too not Potomac. Drag Race Potomac.
Yeah, I mean, but to be fair, there is drag everywhere. Honestly, bitch, they need to do Drag Race Manila. I went to Obar in Manila. Bob, it is one of the greatest shows I have ever fucking seen. Bob, it was like a cast of like 7 queens and like 15 dancers, and then pyrotechnics, and the girl. Do you remember Lady Gaga's MTV performance when she did Paparazzi and she was hanging from the ceiling, the blood?
Yeah.
Bitch, the girl did that. She started bleeding and she walks into the audience. Then she came back on stage, and then like all the dancers like swarmed her. Then this fucking line just put her out of the stage, and like she started swinging the audience. I was literally losing my mind. It's on my Instagram story highlights. The one that says "Work the World, Asia, Australia." It was so good. So
So
good,
you're
but,
acknowledging
yeah.
right now that Manila is brilliant. Can I get you on the record saying Manila is brilliant? Can I get you on the record? All right, let's take a break, girl.
I have a question.
Are you going to tell everyone that we're back? They don't know we're back. What if they're still over there? What if
I did say, and we're. Oh, I didn't say we're back. Yeah, we're back.
You just said Bob.
Our fans are very smart, Bob. So I'm
talking about your fans. I'm talking about those Monet fans. Those motherfuckers slow.
You always coming for my fans. That is not cute. That is very rude. And not nice of you to say.
I met them. The 3 of them are really sweet. I'm kidding. All right, go. What's your question?
Do you want to say anything nice about Blair St. Clair now? Now that you've had time to think about it and get some nice compliments for our sister Blair.
Well, I think that Blair is really pretty. I think that Blair has had some really great fashion moments, especially on her Instagram. I think that her wigs are lit. Raja was wearing a Blair wig, actually, when we did the show, and I've seen some of your Blair wigs. They were great. I would like to dispel the rumor. Blair is my Aiden Zane this season. Like, last season pissed everyone like, Bob hates Aiden Zane. And I was like, I just am not into what Aiden Zane is doing in this competition. But I don't know Blair. I don't know the hell. I have a question. You talked this morning, and you were like, blah, 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 your sister. And I was like, these girls are not my sister. They're not all my sisters. Like, every girl from Drag Race is not my fucking sister. I don't even know half these girls. I haven't even met most of these girls. Like, they are just not my sisters. I say Drag Race is like a college. And if you're from my season, we're in the same class. But if you're from like a completely different season, it's like you went to the college I went to 5 years after I went to it. Like, we're not friends. We're not sisters. We're not anything. We're colleagues.
And I disagree, because my point is that we all are sisters. We are coming from the same sisterhood, because whereas millions, billions, at this point probably trillions of people have a college experience, literally only 200 people in the entire world know what it's like, and only those 200 people know what it's like for now. Who knows, in the year 2040 there'll be 95 seasons of different whatever, but only those 200 people know what that experience is. So that's why so many girls feel so close together, because they're like, oh my God, Bob knows what this is. Like, Bob identifies with what it is like leaving your home as a local queen and going to film Drag Race and all the struggles, the emotions, all this that goes into it. So I feel like that's why that's why some girls feel really close as a sisterhood.
I'm not into the idea of throwing around the word family. You ever been on set for something or been like did a job for a summer and then like right toward the end someone's like, we're family now. I'm like, no, we're not family. I just met y'all niggas. I don't know y'all motherfuckers like that. Don't be, because when you start saying we're family, that insinuates you can like ask me for shit. You're gonna get something out of this. I was like,
I'm that girl. I'm that girl. When I used to do summer jobs, I get really close to my coworkers. I do. So,
but then you don't ever talk to them again.
That's not true. I still, when I used to work at the Yale Club.
Here's the question:
at least from every job,
if I call you less than one time a year, I don't see you. If either one of us got married, you're not getting an invitation. If Blair got married, I wouldn't know about it until I saw it on the internet. We don't have each other's phone numbers. We have never DM'd each other. How are we sisters?
Bitch, my birth mother had a kid, and I have not known for 17 years. We're still fucking family.
Well, you are literally siblings, okay? I have a brother I never met. He's literally my brother. Because,
but I'm saying, but you probably know better. Brother. I'm sure you know Blair better than you know your younger sibling, right or wrong?
Yeah, but that person is there's no debate as to whether or not that person is my brother. My brother, Caleb's my brother. This is not up for debate. Now, apparently we're debating whether or not Blair or India Farah are my sisters. I don't know. I do not know these girls.
Also, I don't think they mean sis in the fact like y'all came from the same pussy. I think they mean like, you know, sisters in fact that like fraternity sisters. Like everyone in my fraternity that I'm part of the fraternity with, we're not all brothers. However, we are a brotherhood because we all know what it is like to do the thing of crossing into the fraternity. So I think she means sisterhood in terms of a sorority of a
y'all
network
be
of
throwing
people.
that shit around. I don't claim folks as my family. I don't have no play cousins. All right, I don't have no play cousins. None of that shit. The people, my people who are my friends, and the people that I know are people that I know, and the folks I've never met are people I've never met.
Would you call me your sister?
Would I what?
Would you call me your sister?
Of course.
Ah! Okay, Bob. Really, real talk. So, you know, right before Corona happened, I was talking to that guy, the guy who's a chef and whatever. We were talking yada.
The Uber driver.
Say it again.
When you were dating Uber.
I was dating Uber.
Yeah, Uber Eats, because he would bring you food. And you kept being like, whenever you were dating, you were like, well, he's bringing me some pasta. And I'm like, bitch, are you dating or just seeing the guy from Uber Eats? Like, what the fuck? Every time I'm like, well, he's bringing me over some cappuccino.
So I kind of like deaded it because I was like, I told you, like, the language thing was, like, a really hard thing for us to get through. Like, he speaks many languages, and English is, like, one of the last ones he learned. And that's fine and all good, but it was, like, to the point where we're having conversation. I was like, so tell me about your day. Okay, how are you? And I was like, oh, I'm really good. You know, like, today, like, it's coronavirus is really crazy. It's, like, really stressful. How about you? How's work? Okay, so how are you doing? I'm like, oh my. So it was really, really, really frustrating. So I kind of deaded it.
Like a really upsetting. I'm not allowed to say. Never mind.
So I kind of did it, and we kind of like started talking. So now Corona is for seemingly like under control in New York, and stuff is assuming normalcy again. He like hit me up again, and then he hit me up over the weekend, and then we went to a bar over here to get a drink and like walk to the park. And then, like, he's hitting me up again. And in that moment, I was like, I really don't like this guy. And he keeps on hitting me up. And I have a really hard time telling people I'm not interested because I feel really bad because he told me that he loves me. And I'm like, you don't love me. I'm like, you don't love me, mama. You don't. You really don't.
So it's like this weird thing. Yo, sister.
What do I do? Help me, Bob. I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna tell me, well, just tell this nigga you don't like him. I know what you're gonna say.
I think you need to either call him or, well, apparently whatever you call him, he just goes, okay. I think you need to say, hey, I think that things might be moving a little fast between us, and I don't see you that way. Now, let me be clear. To quote Obama, now let me be clear. Do not say.
Oh, that was a good Obama.
Don't say like, let me be clear. Do not say I'm not looking for a relationship right now because that's not true. What you mean to say is I don't see you that way. That's the real tea.
I just hate having had that conversation because it's
Would you like
so
for me
weird.
to send him a message for you? You know, you can also
No.
book a cameo and I'll do it for you.
Could you imagine, Bob?
Did I tell you a while back me and Jacob did a fake breakup cameo?
Bob, I was one that posted it on Twitter for you. Is that a joke?
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. Someone said something really transphobic. Oh no, it was this guy on TikTok who does these videos with a black accent, and he's like, "Oh, grr. Everybody, my name is," he's like, they're like a black voice, and he has cameos. They're like $10. So I was gonna book a cameo, asking him to apologize to black women through cameo.
He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it.
I had to like my cameo wouldn't say it was like you know when you click on something through Instagram and then it sends you like a super secret Instagram web browser that doesn't have any of your information in it, and I was like it's too much. But I still want to book it. I want to go through with problematic people and book them to apologize for their problematic behavior.
That's actually a really good idea. That's actually a really good idea, Roberta.
And just have a whole video of people apologizing.
I think that we should do. I think we can do this. We can try to do a Patreon exclusive where we chat with Deshaun. Me and him are friends on Insta, so we can chat with him about Legendary, about the show. So first of all, he's so hot. I fucking love Deshaun. However, he
I
lives
thought
in
you
LA.
didn't like slim guys like that.
I mean, I don't love slim guys, but I think Deshaun is fucking beautiful. So
I
whatever.
agree. You know that's my type. So I mean, I don't need any.
His cheekbones, bitch. His cheekbones. He got the fucking Jacob Rich cheekbones.
Oh, the old Ritz bones, girl.
Yeah, he's so beautiful.
No, also Bianca really wants to be on the podcast.
No, okay, I'm about to expose this fucking hateful ass,
Drag
clown ass,
her,
bitch ass,
drag
trick ass
her.
bitch. So Bianca motherfucking Del Rio, every 3 months, I have the receipts in my phone. Bianca texts and be like, "Girl, when are you and Bob gonna have me on that fucking podcast?" And I'm like, "Oh, girl, we'll do it next week." She's like, "What you doing?" She's like, I might be busy. I'll let you know, girl." And then I'll hit her up on the day, and she'll no response. 3 months later, like clockwork, when are you and Bob gonna have me on the show? So I believe it when I see it. Fuck that bitch.
Well, I promise you, she's not busy now. That's
It was. She hit me up in March. In March, the end of March, she was like, I'm home doing nothing. And
Monet,
then
stop promoting
coincidentally,
your song. This is ridiculous. March. It's in March. March. Feel the beat of your heart. We know. Jesus Christ. Monet has a new single. It's called March. Go download it. You're ridiculous. Shameless.
Shut the fuck up.
Monet said it was in March.
You are such a fucking troll. Oh my god. Get off the fucking phone. Get off the phone.
Monet said it was in March. March.
Get off the phone, bitch. You
Wait,
are
listen.
so silly.
So Bianca sent me this. She texted me this.
What?
I have to send it to Mitch so he can put it on the screen. She texted me this picture of you.
What picture of me? Show me. Show me right now.
Jesus Christ. And it just says, "Why does Monet look blind?"
Oh, she sent it to me. She sent it to me before.
And in the picture, Peaches is looking at the camera, and you're like,
She sent it to me before, and she was like, she's so shady, that fucking bitch.
"Oh, that shit gets me every time. Why does she look blind in this picture?" Oh shit, they got me together.
Why did you go to Bianca's house? Were you guys doing drugs?
A little bit of drugs. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Word.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Word.
No, I'm here in LA, and then she was like, "You gotta come out here and see me," and I was like, "Sure." So we drove out, and it was just really lovely. It was.
I got flued out.
Flued out, girl. Flued out, honey. City girls realness, and it was just a great time. I was really, and it really inspired me to like. I've been afraid to move out of the city. There's a part of being a transplant because you don't experience this because you're from New York City. But when you move to New York City from somewhere else, you always feel deep inside, if I leave the city, I'll never make it back. It's this feeling that I have. I mean, I can't speak for everyone. Like, if I leave, like, in my head like there's a waiting line to get into New York City, and I have to like reestablish everything. And I lived in New York City longer than any city I've ever lived in. I lived there for 12 years. I've never lived anywhere that long, anywhere.
Oh, Bob, you having a little moment? Oh, my little baby.
But Mama can't afford to live in New York City, not to buy a home in New York City. I can afford to live there, but I can't afford to thrive there. And I feel like if I had a nice place in Atlanta or New Jersey or maybe Austin, Texas,
or Portland. I love how you saying everywhere except you. Austin was like at the bottom of your list, but now it's third.
If I could go to Austin, Saskatchewan, Orlando, maybe Ronkonkoma, maybe Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, Andalusia, Alabama. What are some other great places I could go to? Maybe Adelaide, Australia, Auckland, New Zealand.
You know what? Do you know what I tell people often is like, I know a lot of like weird facts about you. I was like, when Bob came to Australia for the first time, he went to Perth first.
Perth first, girl. Did you also know that we could move to Puerto Rico? It occurred to me, you can move to Puerto Rico. You don't need any, there's no paperwork. There's no you can just move to Puerto Rico.
I'm not moving to Puerto Rico, Bob. I'm not fucking moving to Puerto Rico.
I'm just saying we could move to any of America's Commonwealth. We could go to Guam. We could move to Guam. I'm not fucking going to Guam.
Bitch, who's flying you from Guam?
Well, people who want, if you want it bad enough, honey, you'll pay. If you want it bad enough. If you want this pussy bad enough, you gotta pay for this pussy, baby.
Oh my God, I've never been to Guam. Do you know Jiggly? Jiggly did a gig she did Scarlet Honolulu, and then she got a gig in Guam, and then they flew to Guam, and she did some gig in Guam. They were telling me when she was there last.
Have you done Scarlet?
Yeah, and it was... Okay, every drag race girl was like, girl, let me tell you, it's the hottest nightclub in the world. It really was not. It was not the hottest nightclub because they fixed it. They had like 3 ACs in the dressing room. The stage was hot.
Back in my day, girl, one time, Valentina was so hot at Scarlet Honolulu that she melted off her lashes. You know this. You can be sweating. Everything will fall off, but your lashes almost never. Your lashes will go to the ledge, but they never jump. But bitch, Valentina's, they fucking dove into the deep end.
I'm on the deep end.
Very that.
Watch as I dive. Okay, that's it.
Well, Mom,
that's all y'all get. If you want the rest, get my motherfucking single March. I have my other single June coming out in September. It's gonna be fierce.
June.
Bob, can you please do next year? Next year, can you please do a single called April and release it in July?
You know what? For you, no, that's a lot of work. That is too much. I keep thinking about music, but I'm always like, this is too much.
Writing music is a lot of fucking work. It's a lot of work.
Well, and I've done other stuff that is a lot of work. I mean, I've done 2 stand-up specials, yada, yada, yada. But, I love that stuff. And I have fun doing music. But I'm not my passion, mama. You know?
Yeah.
Mitch, we should
yet another dig. Yet another big paycheck. Who's next? Tell me who's on deck. It's not right. It's not okay. Tina! Bring me the axe.
All right. Mo, it's time for me to go. I love you so much.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, bye, y'all.
Love you. Bye.
Don't be trying to get the last word. Goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah, yes. Goodbye.
Okay.
All right, nigga.